Hello guys, welcome to the VAR show. So today I'm going to talk about Europa League and also a little bit about how football is being affected by coronavirus, the epidemic, or you can term it as pandemic, which is going around all over the world and has been declared as a pandemic by WHO as recently as I think 2 or 3 days back. So we'll talk about that and how it has affected the league and everything. So first we'll start with on a lighter note, that is the Europa League. So we had few games this week. So first Sevilla versus AS Roma was postponed due to of course the COVID-19. So moving on from that, we had Istanbul Başakşehir versus Copenhagen, which Istanbul Başakşehir won by 1 goal to nil. Then we had LASK versus Manchester United, which Manchester United won 5-0. And Igalo scored an amazing goal. You should go check it out. Eintracht Frankfurt versus FC Basel. FC Basel won by 3 goals to nil. Inter versus Getafe was again postponed because the situation in Italy is very serious. Olympiacos versus Wolverhampton was a 1-1 draw. The game also featured a red card for Olympiacos. Rangers lost by 3 goals to 1 against Bayer Leverkusen. And the last game for this week was Wolfsburg versus Shakhtar Donetsk, which Shakhtar Donetsk won by 2 goals to 1. So that was Europa League, and now we'll move on to how the league or the European football or worldwide football has been affected by COVID-19. So the upcoming weeks, Tuesdays, UEFA Champions League matches have been postponed. That is Juventus versus Lyon and Manchester City versus Real Madrid has been postponed, especially with Daniel Rugani of Juventus being tested positive for COVID-19. And also there are rumors that Benjamin Mendy also has been tested for positive for COVID-19 and is currently in self-isolation. And for Real Madrid, a basketball player from Madrid was tested positive for COVID-19, and also because of that, the basketball team also share the same training ground as the Real Madrid football team. So as a result, the whole squad is in quarantine. So moving on, La Liga has suspended the next 2 match days due to the obvious reasons. Firstly, it was discussed to be played behind closed doors, but now they have taken a collective and good decision to suspend the next 2 match days. So Serie A has also been suspended until April 3rd, and I don't think so it will probably be the suspension be lifted even on April 3rd, because I think it will be much more, especially in Italy, the condition that is going on there. So Daniel Rugani was not the only high profile player. Former Southampton player Manolo Gabbiadini was also tested positive for coronavirus. So mostly everyone is in self-isolation, and they should be and stop the risk of spreading the virus. So the Dutch league, or the Eredivisie as we popularly call it, has also been suspended for the next 2 match days. MLS has also suspended its season for 30 days. It recently just started, but they have taken a step in the good direction by suspending the league for 30 days. So even 3 Leicester City players have been tested positive for COVID-19, but they are unnamed and you do not know who they are, and maybe probably for the good, because the fear that is being spread due to this is amazingly wide. I mean, I know it's a deadly disease which is spreading like wildfire, but people, if you should be alert. Do not panic, just be alert. Also in other places like Bundesliga, I think a Hanover player was tested positive, and again he was also asked to be in self isolation. And most of the Bundesliga games, I do not know if they have suspended it or not, but I think most of it are going to be played behind closed doors, and the same goes for even for French league, where they are going to play behind closed doors. And I think eventually, maybe this week or next week, they will actually maybe suspend the league for a time. Similarly, you go to Portugal. Liga NOS has also suspended, I think, for the next 2 game weeks. I'm not sure on that, but I think 2 game weeks is minimum how much they have suspended. And also, coming back to the English Premier League, Mikel Arteta also tested positive, which is a sad sight. It just goes on to show that, I mean, once the legendary manager did say, like Bill Shankly did say, that football is more like, I forgot the exact quote, but he said in terms like football is more important than life and death. But like now it's different. Like, you should be. It just goes on to show that the problems everyone has, even footballers have the same thing, or football is not immune to such problems of society. So Premier League have also decided not to shut down the league, because they have said that proper precautions are being taken, and health bodies have advised them to continue. I don't know whom they are consulting, because the safest option would be to suspend the league for a certain amount of time. That would be the best case scenario, but I do not know what they're going to do. But yeah, so but after that, as soon as they had released that, Mikel Arteta tested positive, and after that, I think so now they're coming together, and they're going to, maybe they will suspend at least this week's game week. But today again it's Friday, and tomorrow is the game week. I do not know whether it is feasible to suspend the game week. And also, as for next week's Champions League, the Barcelona versus Napoli tie has not been called off, but they can, like, you cannot fly from Italy to Spain. The governments have locked it down. So I do not know how Napoli are going to, I mean, like, how the team is going to come to Barcelona. And it is not safe. Just go ahead and cancel it for the time being, because lives matter, and it's just, you'll just spread like wildfire. Why are you taking the risk? Also, Euro 2020 also stands a chance to be postponed to next summer, but again, it's not, I do not know whether it's confirmed as of now, but yeah, it has high chance. So moving on from that, what else has happened in the last week? So I'll just give you some news. And Dean Smith is on the brink of sack, and yeah, that is all from this week. And yeah, we also have a voice footage from Sidlo, who happens to be in Madrid. So he'll give you a detailed analysis or detailed view of what's happening in Spain right now. So hear him out.
Yeah, what happened was that this morning it was confirmed that one of Real Madrid's basketball players, Trey Tompkins, had got the coronavirus. Real Madrid's basketball team had been in Milan last week. They played behind closed doors, but they did play. And in fact, obviously with hindsight, this has even more of an impact than it did at the time. Trey actually put out a tweet back then when he said, look, we need to take this virus seriously, and can we please do so? Why aren't we playing in the neutral venue? Well, he's come back from Milan, he does have the virus, and because he's tested positive, and because Real Madrid's basketball team trains at the same place as the football team, and indeed all of the youth teams, it's a centre of sporting excellence for the entire club. And so what the club did today was they sent all of the players home, they took all of the staff home, they even contacted the wives and husbands of some of the staff and got them back from their workplaces and sent them home as well. And Valdebebas, Real Madrid's training ground, is on total lockdown. It's totally closed up now. Those players are in quarantine. Of course, they've been sent home with training plans, but they are unable to train together. Now that, of course, has been an extra factor in this conversation today between the Players' Union, the League and the Federation. The League wanted to play games behind closed doors. The Federation already wanted to actually postpone games. So did the Players' Union. And that has been the decision that's finally won out today. And the League will be stopped for at least 2 weeks.